It took 25 minutes just to go from the Auto Plaza to a parking spot. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do as leisurely as a stroll as we can as we go through and check out all the hidden characters that are found from here up until Japan. And then we'll do the America to Mexico path a different time, different broadcast when, so I feel like this is just a while to walk from the one end to the other end here. So if you've never come here for the Festival of the Arts, they have it so in every single pavilion there is at least one hidden character. I believe it's every pavilion. Yeah.
The hell out of
There's at least one hidden character in every single pavilion. And they have added new ones every year. I have not found any new ones yet this year. But at the same time, they might be in the front of the park because they have had some in the front of the park in the past. That girl's crying because I haven't found them yet either. But our first one is going to be found over here at Canada, kind of near where we started. You just can't see it from that angle. But if you take a hey, I just saw the chat room. Hello, how's everyone doing? So if you look down here, we got Coda from Brother Bear. He's going to be the one that's going to come in the most shaky because we have to zoom in. He's pretty far away there. So in addition to Coda, in the past, there has been another one that's been going around. But he's not going to be here this year. And that's the little bow bun from the Pixar short Bow. He's always been up on this building here. And unfortunately, there is construction going on, so they're not letting us go up there right now. So I'm assuming that they didn't even put him out unless that construction is going to be done before the festival's over. But we don't have an actual date on when it's going to be reopened. In addition to that, they did have Meme as the panda from Turning Red there for 1 year and 1 year only. And it was such a cool one that I wish they brought it back, but unfortunately, we have not seen it since that initial year. It was probably the biggest character that they had out of all of them. Alright, so our next stop is going to be coming up here to the UK Pavilion. The UK Pavilion's had a very interesting history when it comes to these characters. This was the first one I ever found during the first year. I think it was the first character that most people found on the first year. Because it was like smack dab right in the middle of the pavilion. It was a pretty large one. It was Skippy from the movie Robin Hood. And then the following year, they added Robin Hood and Little John. And then the year after that, they got rid of Skippy. So they had Little John, Robin Hood, and Skippy all there for the second year. And they got rid of Skippy. And then after they got rid of Skippy, they just had the other two. And then those two disappeared. But in addition to that, we've had a lot of other ones popping up throughout the years. So this is another one that has moved from its initial location. This one debuted last year. This is going to be the Great Mouse Detective. So if you look there, we got Basil of Baker Street, Dr. Dawson, and Mr. Flapper Shannon. And then around the corner here, as soon as we get these people's eyes. Oh my gosh, it's just pure chaos. There we go.
I can literally hear this all.
So over here we have Radigan's ship. And there we also have his sidekick and Olivia during the kidnapping scene at the end. But those aren't going to be the only characters here. We're going to have a few more that are scattered throughout the pavilion. This is one of my favorite parts about this entire festival, is just the fact that they do put these characters here. Kind of scattered around. It was this building here on the left-hand side is where we used to be able to find Robin Hood and Little John. Not walking through the forest, but hiding behind that bush. But over on our right-hand side, we do have Peter Pan's shadow up here. Trying to get into the window of the Darling Children. Although that's not historically accurate. That is not the Darling Children's window at all.
You have not noticed me.
So last year on the left-hand side is where we were able to find the great mouse detective ones. They are not here this year though. They are over where we saw them earlier. Alright, so in addition to those characters, we got more kids crying. We're gonna head into the path here. In the past, we have been able to find on the path the duster from the path that was found in Alice in Wonderland. But we do have Merlin as a squirrel from the Sword in the Stone. We also have Arthur as a squirrel from Sword in the Stone. We also have the young girl one. Arthur was in here the other day. And last year there was Arthur, and there was also the other lady who was in love with him. And he's like, I'm an old man. Hello, good morning everyone, or afternoon. Okay, we're trying to get out of this maze without getting any kids on video. It's going to be difficult because there's like 50 kids here. So we're gonna go through the non-way here. Yeah, but they had it so there's that that broom that sweeps up the stuff. He used to be right here at the entrance to the into the path there. Let's make our way up to the next one. We're going to head over to the France Pavilion. The France Pavilion has gotten rid of the 3 characters that have been most popular throughout the years, I feel like. Unless they've just moved them someplace else and I have not been able to find them yet. But they were the 3 kittens from the Aristocats. And they got rid of them last year, but then they replaced them with 3 other characters from the Aristocats. Ironically, none of them cats. We're going to have a total of, I think it's 5 characters in the France Pavilion, if I remember correctly. My look here is 3 of them are at ground level, and there's been multiple times where I've gone over there, and you'll just have tons of people who are just kind of hanging out there right in front of them. So cross your fingers, we'll be able to get a good look at them today. But we may not be able to. So if you missed the introduction, so today we're going to do, because it is kind of chaotic here, we are going to be going through and doing it so, taking a look at the characters from Canada, which is where we started, through Japan. And then what we'll do is in 2 weeks, we will be back here at Epcot on our stay in the park, and we'll continue and finish it up from America, or from Mexico to America, or vice versa. It's like perfect weather though, because it's been so cold the last week. Like it's been like, last night I left work, I got in my car said it was like 42 degrees, and I was like, oh, it's warmer than I thought. And then when I started driving, it went down to 37. I was like, this is awful. Adam. All right, so the 3 Aristocats characters, I think it's going to be tough to see, because I'm seeing where people are located here. We'll be able to see 2 of them really well. So we got the 2 geese. There, and then Over on the other side, we've got Uncle Waldo right here. That's right behind the girl, and I'm not gonna. Is the wine store closed? I didn't know that the wine store was ever closed. I know that they closed up the one way, so you could only enter one way. So it looks like it's closed, but they started doing one-way traffic in that store a while ago. Alright, so in addition to those three characters here at the France Pavilion, we're going to have two more characters that are going to be found in the Ratatouille section, which I think is going to give you a pretty good idea of who those characters might be. It's going to be the two humans. No, it's not the humans. It's going to be Remy and Emile, the two brothers from the film. Such slow walking here. I might have to try to cut across the path right here. There's a lot of people to my left. I'm gonna swing over here, swoop around, and now we can cross. Okay, so over here, along the wall, we've got Remy climbing up the wall and Emile at the top here. Let's zoom in here so you can see them better. There's Remy. And there's Emile eating trash. It's not trash, it's it actually looks like a pretty tasty treat from the bakery. Aren't those cool? What's been everyone's favorite one so far? So far we've seen Coda, the two Great Mouse Detective ones, the sort of the ones, Aristocats, and now Ratatouille. My personal favorite is the Great Mouse Detective ones. Mainly because that movie is up there and as one of my favorite movies that Disney's ever done.
Why don't you bring your camera?
So in addition to looking for these pieces of artwork, this is an unofficial search and find. There's actually an official search and find, which we're going to do a video of some point. But it's going to be the Figment Paintings. So here we have a, let's see here. There you go. We got Figment inside of an actual painting. This one's usually called Reflections of Something. Here it's called Reflections of Imagination. And I always like the frame with Figment on the bottom there. But we'll have a video doing that sometime in the next few weeks. I haven't filmed it yet, so but watch out for that. We'll have it soon. The Aristocats used to be around the corner. I looked twice already during this festival. They have not popped up at all. They used to have Lumiere here too. The Lumiere one was really cool. They would always position it by one of the lights in the pavilion, so it would look like he was lighting up the light. But he disappeared 2 years ago, I want to say. Maybe it was 3 years ago. I'm trying to figure out how long this festival's been going on for. I want to say it's been, is this the 7th year? 6th year? I can't remember. Okay, heading up towards the next pavilion, we're going to have Morocco. Now, Morocco has had a single character hidden every single year. It's been the same character, but at the same time, it is one of my favorite ones that they've done. And I think I'd be severely disappointed if I ever showed up for the festival sometime and this character was not here. My personal favorite is whenever they have it so the characters are interacting with their surroundings, like I said earlier with Lumiere, where it looked like he was actually lighting up the lantern I just think that stuff is so cool when they can actually have that kind of interaction. And the one with our next character here is going to be a similar interaction, but instead of helping us out by lighting up some lights, it deals with theft. I've always said that I think that the Morocco Pavilion should add in like the magic carpet from Aladdin at some location, and they could have this year. In the past, they've also had it so some of these characters are not all here the first week or two. They just like slowly add them sometimes, which is kind of a shame because the festival is only like 4 weeks long. But the way the crowd's moving today is very slow. We won't even get through the entire festival before it ends. Look at these lines. This is ridiculous, people. Okay, we're gonna head not too far into the pavilion. Far enough. Keeping in mind about the interactive things. Here we have a boo attempting to steal the pot that's on the wall. This is 2017. Okay, thank you. So this is what, year 9 then? Yeah, this is the 9th year. It's been 2017, 18, 19, 20. This was the last festival before everything shut down. And then 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, we're going to now head to our final pavilion of this walk around. The Japan Pavilion. Japan Pavilion has had a few throughout the years, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've only looked for one so far. I don't even ignore those people's language. Ignore their language. Ignore their language, people. This is a family-friendly site. So, yeah, so I looked the other day, and I found one. Actually, it was my Instagram picture was the one. And then the other one, I did not even look to see if it was there or not. This is also the pavilion that has, or the booth that has my, complete stand still right now. It's got the letters.
But he's okay with this.
But every time I come here, this line to check out is ridiculously long. And I've only bought one thing so far from the expo, or from the festival. And for that thing, I was the second person in line, and I waited like 15 minutes. So seeing like 20 people in line, this scares me to no end. Alright, let's head up here to the Japan Pavilion.
This is hitting the spot.
I know.
Alright, so like I said, there's going to be 2 separate ones here. Or there was last year. I haven't confirmed yet this year. You guys are going to be confirming with me here. So we've got one which is actually a character that was created back in 2004. Duffy the Disney Bear. But in 2004, he just debuted as the Disney Bear. And he didn't actually get a backstory for about another 6 years. He was sold exclusively for years over in Once Upon a Toy in downtown Disney, now Disney Springs. But he's going to be found right up here. I keep on forgetting the cat's name. If someone in the chat room can remind me. But it's him and the artist one. So Duffy eventually got all these friends, especially in Tokyo, which is why this is in Japan. And one of his artist friends, or one of his friends, is an artist cat, which is that one there. I'm just drawing a blank on the name right now. It's Stella something. I cannot remember. Right, and then the other one that we have is one that's kind of Japan related, but not really. And again, like I said, I have not checked to see if it's here yet this year. But we'll be finding out in just a minute. And that is over here
95.
on the corner. No, he's not here this year. Over here on the white section, they used to have Harryhausen from the movie Monsters Inc. Well, that ended anticlimactically. Let's go up here. We'll see if there's any other ones up here. Well, we do go up here and search. If you guys are interested, I do have a brand new book out. Take a closer look at the Animal Kingdom's Dinoland USA. We sold out our first 2 batches. We are currently on batch number 3. And we have... Oh, there he is. He's here. He's here. We're going to go up there. That's so exciting. I'm so glad we went up there. We're on batch number 3. I think as of right now, we've got 34, maybe 35 copies left. So if you guys are interested in that, the video that I posted earlier today, which is called Dinoland Book, or something like that. I don't remember the title of it. I think the title of the video is called Dinoland Book. But it's whatever video I posted earlier. If you go to that video, in there I do have the link in the description of the video. I was at the post office this morning. I was at the post office yesterday. I was at the post office the day before. Tomorrow I will not be going to the post office because it's closed. There we go. We got Harryhausen's over here for the movie Monsters Inc. Oh, it makes me so happy they can get right up next to it too. Look at it. So these are just stickers though. Go get caramel corn and send to Washington. Gelatoni, thank you, Gelatoni. I always draw the biggest blank when it comes to the Duffy characters. All right, but I think we're going to be wrapping up this broadcast right here. You ready one afternoon? Oh, yeah. All right, but we're going to be wrapping up this broadcast right here. Thank you everyone for joining us. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you want some Harryhausens, now you know where to go. As always, I hope everyone out there is having a great day, and we will see you guys all a little later. Oh yeah, have a great day everyone. Bye-bye.